All right, we're here today at the Leveda Brown Environmental Park in Alachua County. We provide waste services for the whole county, commercially and residentially. We also do recycling, sorting, and baling, and we have a hazardous waste collection facility here. One of the main benefits of recycling is saving landfill space. A lot of your recyclable items, your bottles and your cans, take up a lot of airspace, so that saves landfill space. We're pretty limited on where we can put new landfills. There's more and more people, more and more garbage, and less landfill space. So we got to really preserve that. If a landfill is not properly maintained or if it's not properly lined, you can get a lot of leachate leakage into your groundwater resources. That's probably the number one thing is protecting groundwater. Another benefit is it preserves resources. With recycling, you can actually take a piece of plastic and make a whole new other bottle out of it without refining oil to make those new items, or dig out more ore out of the ground and make more metals. So that resource preservation is probably one of the biggest next to landfill space that is a bonus. In Alachua County, we have a pretty robust curbside program. So that's for residents, and we collect anywhere from newsprint, junk mail, magazines, phone books, pretty much anything that's paper we'll take in our system. And on the commingled side of things, pretty much we take plastic, metal, and glass containers, as well as gable top and aseptic containers. So that's your usually organic milk cartons or orange juice cartons, things like that, all go in with what we call commingled. So that's plastic, metal, glass, and then those other containers. So on the non-curbside end, we take things like scrap metal, we take white goods, which is basically any kind of item that is refrigerated. So freezers, refrigerators, ice chests, anything like that we'll take here. We'll pull the Freon out and then we'll grind those up and recycle those. We also take tires and any kind of commercial yard waste. So that's any vegetative debris that we might have. Please rinse and clean your items. It just makes for a much cleaner facility for us. It also increases the value of those products. Grease is probably the worst thing to happen to paper recycling. It gets into one load and it can contaminate an entire bale, and it just basically ruins the recyclability of paper products. So if you have a pretty clean pizza box, or if you just rip the lid off that doesn't have any food on it, that's fine to put in your recycling, but a real cheesy, greasy pizza box isn't gonna do anybody any good. And another thing that we've been doing for a long time that we were actually one of the first counties to do is called pay as you throw. And so we actually give our residents a choice in the size of their garbage cart, and that determines how much they actually pay for their garbage collection. And we don't charge anything for recycling. So the more you recycle, you can go down to a smaller cart and you pay less on your garbage bill. In Alachua County, we found that each citizen actually produces about 4 to 5 pounds of garbage per day. And that adds up to about 500 to 800 tons of garbage that we process here at the facility. Once the garbage gets collected from households or businesses, it'll come through here, get weighed, and then they drop it on the tipping floor. But we can't actually sort out recycling that's in our waste stream. And if you go across the floor, you can actually see a lot of things that could have been recycled. But education is always a big thing, especially in our community. We have a lot of turnover. We have a lot of students coming in and out every semester, and we have to educate those new people every time on what goes in our bins, what stays out. That keeps our recycling cleaner and it keeps it more valuable for us. So that's probably one of the biggest big things is education and keeping everybody up to date on what gets collected and how.